And we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi and welcome to I made Aaron leave the session today because I told him I had him on mute when I didn't.
Off of
Oh, this was the worst time to pour a drink.
It would be an even worse time to be drinking it.
Okay. So, quick recap. Last session was a bit short.
Should someone get Aaron back? I don't.
I've messaged him going, "You okay, bud?"
I'm sure it's fine.
I think his internet might have just died.
No, he left.
He's like offline.
He's gone to play Animal Crossing.
He doesn't even own it.
He's got to buy it.
He's gone to buy a
He's gone to
Switch,
buy
buy
Animal
Animal
Crossing
Crossing, and play it.
And unless he's usually hiding as offline, I think he's just dead.
Where the fuck are we?
We're on
Oh, but I had that problem too.
1 second.
Put the right hand scroll bar about to the middle, and
Boom.
Just shuffle the. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Really good.
Right.
We're on a boat.
Silly cleric. Delete silly cleric if you can.
I can't delete Silly Cleric. That's
I think
it.
that was Aaron.
That was Aaron. I can't delete Silly Cleric. I didn't put it there.
Right. Okay. I don't know who that went to. Because he's presently got his name set as Amara's child, so it was...
Dead.
Right. So,
No, he's not dead. Good job.
Okay, I'm back, but I'm not happy about it.
okay. So, last session, we fought a mirror demon. Well, pseudo fought a mirror demon. That was a bit of a dodgy fight.
Bitch was an asshole. That's.
Then...
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing. That was too good.
Then y'all boarded a boat. Said boat you were presently on. You were on boat for 6 hours and thus took a short break. It is now mid to early evening. Early to mid evening, somewhat. And you have arrived at the capital city.
Yeah, we're here.
Hey, that's cool and all, but there's no one. Seriously, no one asked the question.
What question, Aaron?
Rich, what's the flavor?
I'm not.
He hasn't even
vaping at the
started
moment.
vaping yet, bud.
You can only ask when he's vaping.
Look, right, my mic quality is not good enough to pick up on when he vapes. Everyone picks up on it, and I wanted to say it for once. I just wanted to be included, and Mom doesn't fucking love me, and it kills me.
You saw it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell him. Guys, somebody's gotta tell him. But I've had you unmuted for like the whole time.
I could tell because you slightly reacted to something I said without realizing it, and I just wanted to go.
Okay. So, the boat has arrived at your destination. One slight issue. Amara is unconscious.
Again.
Oh, that is shit again.
I'd pick her up.
We,
Oh, that's a new grey dad.
again, we don't know why. Might need to take her to a doctor. She might be narcoleptic. Not quite sure. But yeah, so Amara fell unconscious. Probably just about as you were all about to go. Fuck it, we can get off this boat now.
We're about to leave. She just fucking passes the fuck out.
So if we dropped Amara overboard, just if we did, what are the chances of Amara just like drown?
Pretty
Probably
high. She's
close to 100%.
unconscious.
She's passed out.
What
In
if
a
we
fucking thing.
like? What if we like
Throw
lie
in
her
the
up
ocean.
Do you have control of your great axe again?
What if she's upright, so like she has natural buoyancy?
Not how that works.
But do you understand how humans are naturally buoyant?
Renee,
Uh,
Renee, just to get you on Aaron's level of stupidity, he rediscovered his line from the other session earlier. You know the session. You know the session where he didn't
yeah.
know how women worked.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I know how women work better than you do, bud.
But he's just as bi as us.
Anywho, so people start flooding off the boat.
They'll walk over to this fucking unconscious chick and just like, well, this is a problem.
Mommy, why won't Mommy wake up?
She's passed out.
Oh, fuck.
Because she's passed out.
Nia's gonna elbow on and go, you know what they could use right now? Some help. Wait, how did Amara get all the way over there? Did you just sprint over there and yoink her, bro?
Yeah, we'll say that. But I've got hold of Amara, and I'll disembark the boat.
Okay, so before you do that, Roger walks over and goes, okay, guys, we're here. I'm gonna go check in with my superiors.
It
There's...
sounded like you were asking that as a question.
This is because I'm trying not to make you, follow me. Anyhow.
I'll follow you, you say. Alright, we'll follow you.
Anyway, I'm gonna go check in with my superiors. There is a adventurers guild. He kind of points this way.
But Roger, you're supposed to take us where we're supposed to go.
In that direction. So, yeah, well,
Ards couldn't figure out where the dock was. How do you think he's gonna figure out where an adventurers guild is?
I don't know.
Are you just loosing a dragonborn on this?
Fine. I'll take you to the adventurers guild, but then I'm leaving you there.
Don't worry, guys. We can keep Roger.
Aaron, get your anus back here.
Gone. Small child left.
No, the small child wandered off. That was meant to be the point.
There was also a queue to get off the boat, so...
Also, bud, we know you're a full-grown adult.
I'm currently in the form of a small child and can maneuver around people, Nick.
Just jumping off boat with human in tow. With elephant.
I mean, to be fair, you
Okay.
Dragonborn carrying an unconscious elf, I'm pretty sure people would move out
If
of the way.
that's the case,
So,
then your boy...
Roger hadn't finished talking, so can we all come back?
No. They just left.
I use control water to make a platform and go across.
Okay. Well, while small arrogant child is doing small arrogant child things, Roger says there are guards that will take care of the refugees, just we need to get you lot to the Adventurers Guild, I suppose. To which he then gets off the boat, and the small child is cornered by guards.
You want to see if they'll believe we're your parents?
So they kind of see the whole water thing because they've been watching the boat and go, "Who are you?"
I am you.
I'm you, but cooler.
He kind of squats down to whatever height Aaron Kip's presently at and
Oh,
goes,
shit! I didn't think you were talking to me, fuck.
Yeah, they were talking to you.
Yeah, they're talking to you, bud.
and goes,
I'm a
Well-
small sassy child, not a small arrogant child, bud.
"So, who are you?" considering.
Me. Or at least
You
the son of-
bastard!
or at least the son of me.
I'm gonna regret asking this. Who's me?
Me is me.
From the distance, you just hear, I'm me!
Nah, I can't even hear that far. Probably.
Look,
Me is me.
See it if I had a line of sight, but I can't hear that far.
look, kid. Where are your parents?
Well, my mom's kind of unconscious as me, and
Oh
has been
my
kidnapped by
God.
the Dragonborn.
Oh.
Just so he knows, Nia 200% would have lied for him there.
Okay,
And
kid.
Me is on the boat,
Okay,
but me is here too.
the one next to you grabs you by the wrist and goes, "Okay, kid. Until everybody's disembarked this boat, you're staying with us."
No,
Nope.
no, they're people.
No, I have never seen this
I'm
child
not
in my
allowed to
life.
stay
but,
with
you know.
strangers.
We're town guards. We'll keep you
Unhappy
safe.
Hooligans.
You hooligans. What child says hooligans?
That
This
one.
fucking child.
So at this point, one of the guards has split off and is like, "Oh,
Oh wait, were those guards?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
guards,
those are
bud.
guards.
Oh.
They're fucking guards, you dumb bitch.
and this is where I start, and this is where I start getting annoyed for you not paying attention."
I know, I knew they were guards. I didn't realize that those were the guards. I thought the guards were over near the boat.
Yeah, they were.
This is where a change of character token went.
Yeah, well, I don't have 12,000 different types of tokens.
You don't have two types of tokens by the looks of it.
Put like a blue dot on the guard tokens there, problem solved.
Red dot. The fuck?
Oh, I've got to stop being sassy. I haven't even started drinking.
And at this point, I'd prefer it if you don't.
Sorry, a lot of pent up.
Anyway. So at the point Aaron or Kip or whatever it's going by these days is getting snatched by apparently by fucking guards, the rest of the boat's disembarked and being pointed in the correct direction by another guard. Just gonna.
Oh my god.
Is it just me or is Aaron just repeatedly cutting out?
He's repeatedly
yeah.
cutting out. He has shitty internet.
No, I don't. I have impeccable internet.
Then why'd you keep cutting out?
Cutting out.
So Roger kind of.
I'm not close to my mic at all, and I'm not speaking loudly.
Anywho, so Roger is now leaving. And he's like, sighs as he leaves. It's like, I've been roped into taking them more places. And you guys can now follow.
We love Roger. Leaving him just saddens us.
Is it
Why
just me, or is that child making a lot of new friends?
Hey, Dad.
No idea how tempting it is.
Do it. Do it.
I have to, but I can't.
I believe in you, brother.
Brother.
Do it.
See, I've never seen this child before in my life.
Okay, 1 minute while I zoom out and put an orphanage on the map.
Fab, that's so rude.
Daddy, no.
So the guard turns to Kip and goes, "So apparently, your parents weren't on that boat. So
Look, it's my mom.
who are you pointing to? The oddly unconscious body? You can't move. He's got you by the arm.
Yeah, well, I'm literally getting a closer look. Like, I'm still within arms.
At which point, this guard goes over to the group and goes, is she okay?
She's not dead.
She's just sleeping.
Then shouldn't you have left her on the boat, or at least have something better to carry her with?
She
He's our friend. Why wouldn't we let our friend carry our friend?
She's on the boat. She'll go back to where she came from.
And that wouldn't be good.
Also, help me.
I don't know. Are you ready to ask for Nia's help yet?
So, this entire time, while Kip is unable to identify his mother, the guard unclips a set of shackles from his
Whoa, you
side.
don't cuff
Why would you put
children.
shackles on the fucking
You
kid?
do not cuff children.
Hey, it's
I'm
a
a lost child.
it's a walk.
You
It's
do not cuff a lost child. Jesus Christ.
it's a walk to
You can't work in anywhere with children.
it's a long walk to the orphanage. Got to keep him safe somehow.
Fucking put calls on a child. Do you want me to go get the health and safety fucking nut and she'll tell you?
Kip as me to son of me looks up at the guard and just starts crying.
Look, I've got to take you to the orphanage if you don't have any parents. It's the only way this works.
Wow. This god is actually terrible.
My god, this guy's got the emotional range of a wooden spoon.
At this point, he's got the emotional range of a rusty wooden spoon.
I got rust, but I'll go for it.
God. Be a god.
Yeah. Nia's gonna stand there and
Different job. Like a
trying
statue.
not to laugh.
Just go, Al, come on. Excuse me, Mr. Guard, that's Al. He's a friend of ours. He's the sleeping lady's kid.
Looks from Kip to Amara and back and goes, I don't see it.
He's adopted, you insolent idiot.
Ooh.
So,
God, you're almost as bad as the elf racist who hated dragonborns and tieflings. Is that your racist?
I'm a cleric. I serve God, and you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna let the kid come with his mom?
wait. If you're a cleric, I can let the child go. He'll be in safe hands with you at least. I don't know about the
Yeah,
unconscious.
I try and keep the idiot under control.
I don't know about the unconscious mother. I may have to report her.
You can report it all you like. She's not dead. She's just asleep.
Yeah,
And don't
some of
worry,
the
she's
problems we
protected
have-
by divine protection, so it's okay.
He lets go of Kip's wrist and it's like, go before I change my
Nia's
mind.
gonna kind of like scoot past the two guards, like shimmy shake, motherfucker, and be like, "Come on, you stupid idiot!" Give him a little
wanna
like,
st-
"Come on,
I
hand."
want to stick my tongue out at the guard.
I want to stomp on his toes.
Who, mine or the guard?
Can't-
Yours.
Also, we are stealing
my
the
tongue
child
out.
now.
I stick my tongue out and then you like stomp on my toe.
Yeah.
Technically,
pretty
'cause
much.
the guard was trying to steal them, I guess, but then we stole them back.
The guard tried to
Is that
commit
how that works?
kidnapping, and we kidnapped the kidnapping.
We kidnapped the kidnapping.
Is Nia gonna put me in some holy hand?
Nah, Nia's better with kids than that, mate. Nia's qualified to
gonna
work
give
with
you a holy
children. She's
bitch slap
DVF
later.
check.
It
She's
was just-
alright.
It was just as soon as Nick finished that fucking sentence and you heard everyone just take a deep inhale.
Well, the best bit is Nia's still mad at you, bro.
Oh yeah, but yeah. I'm also on Nia's height now, so Nia can talk to me face to face.
Wait, Nia has horns.
Gonna
Just
go drown.
no. Nia has horns. Just nut him. Just headbutt him.
Why would I deign to act like a sheep when I am a tiefling?
Yeah, Nick, what would the ramifications of that be?
Yeah, if the god's just in there, I fucking nut a child. He's just been like, "Oh, you're a cleric. He's safe with you." I just grab him by the collar and nut him. It's gonna raise some questions, bud.
I mean,
I know it's kind of off.
for a
Aaron,
random,
how dare you? That accidental pun. So mad.
No, that was on purpose!
Yeah, I just ignored it.
Even worse.
Renee went completely over Renee's head.
Yep. Because I'm still mad at me too, son of me.
It's so that it's like someone asks him who he is. He goes, "Me." He's like, "Ask me who I am." I'm me too.
Well, Nia called you Al, so you're fucked.
Cool. Cool. That's fun. I'm
Well,
okay with that.
it's well known that children lie.
You do realize that, like, okay, that's fine. No, because I was about to like pull out some stops, but I realized you called me Al and not Alistair. Well played.
Just Al.
Well played.
So it could have been referring to two of your
Alistair
personas.
or Altea, and I was gonna be like, actually, my character is currently a female child. But
We'll get
You're
fucked.
the one that said you were a son, so you know.
Yeah, so get fucked.
Anyway, while you guys were arguing with guards, Roger's kind of just stood over here. He's not even bothered to call to you guys. He's just waving.
You can just
So
show up eventually.
Nia's gonna go.
Excuse me, we have to go to our acolyte friend, Roger.
Fucking
The guy
grab your rat bastard child ass.
upon hearing the word acolyte, you just hear a sigh from all three of the guards. Like, oh,
What? What's wrong?
As you can probably tell from Roger, Renee, all the acolytes are actually terrible.
Yeah, the acolytes are just really bad at their job. They're just really good at leading around a group of idiots.
Not even that. He's kind of terrible at that too.
Yeah, he's just done with our shit though, to be fair.
but the guard kind of goes, "Oh, once you've been in town long enough, you'll know why we're sighing."
Is it because they couldn't kill an undead if you tied 3 of them together?
Probably.
Yeah, we learned that.
Well,
There's a reason one of them's with us.
on your way, we've got to escort this group of people, families by the looks of it, and they kind
Yeah,
of
the families came first. And they wanted to get rid of us too.
just like go and surround the fucking crowd.
Fucking hurting people, really.
I mean, it's the best way to get them to go places.
He got a point.
Apart from those people left on the boat, whoever those guys are, they're just on the boat still.
But
Crew question mark?
There weren't any crew when this thing showed up, so.
Yeah, that is true.
the boat piloted itself.
It's Ghost Boat.
It's a guy's boat.
I mean,
No.
it was a bird when it showed up, so I guess this is fair.
Okay, so Roger's kind of just stood here teetering around.
We need these dumb bitches to get out of the way before we're allowed to go over there.
You can zigzag through them. If I try to drag all of those in a mass group, it will drag you too.
Wham!
There you go.
Well, y'all, I'm going this way.
Come on, nerds.
Come on.
God, you need to be over
Bitch
here.
ass motherfucking mouse.
I'm gonna walk alongside.
No, you got dragged by Nia. Get your ass over here.
Yeah, Nia. Nia dragged you
you.
through.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna take you guys to the Adventurers Guild, and then I'm gonna leave for a bit. He kind of heads up this way.
Roger, why don't we make you happy?
There's a long list.
We have been nothing but delightful.
You may be. That thing with you, maybe not.
I don't like the way you said you maybe.
I'm just wondering what thing he's talking about.
Thing 1,
Yeah.
thing 2, thing 3. The dog.
I mean,
The unconscious
technically,
elf,
one
I
of them
don't-
hasn't really been with us, so it's fine.
I mean, I am currently a child. Roger does not know who I am.
You changed straight in front of all of us last time, so yeah, he does.
No, because Roger was not on the boat.
You weren't on the boat when you changed either.
No, you were out
Roger-
front with me.
Roger wasn't even on the fucking pier.
Yes, he was.
No, Roger was up really
Roger did show up late. Roger did show up late, so yeah, Roger wouldn't have necessarily seen.
Roger showed up late. Remember?
I think he showed up on time. We just showed up early.
Shut up
No.
before Roger could try and get us on the boat.
Remember, he had to talk to like the mayor and then like get special permission to go on.
Roger is so done with your shit, he's 3 miles ahead.
It's fine. We just weren't moving. We were arguing like children. Let us bicker.
I mean, my
I am
page
a
had to
child.
reload, so I have an excuse.
I am a child. What's your excuse?
Now you a bitch. That's your excuse.
Nick, I don't know why I quoted that fucking episode. I'm gonna fucking cry again.
Oh yeah, Aaron came in here like, oh, I finished Steven Universe, and we took, in thinking he'd watched it all. He's like, it teared me up and went, so you've watched it all, movie included? Went, no, just finished Steven Universe. I'm like, okay.
I haven't seen Future either. I've seen the end. What I said was, and I quote, I've watched the end of the Steven Universe TV series.
You didn't say
Yeah, but
series the first time.
That to us is included in like that's future too, man.
Yeah, well, I was being very literal with it.
This entire time you're
Look,
seeing.
but can you not just put us all together and then drag us to where Roger's gonna fucking take us?
Yeah, this is
What part of your 3-bit IQ?
this is building next.
The
door,
point-
okay, right next door.
Yes.
Suspicious loner.
What is it building then?
You just passed an auction house.
Ooh.
Yes, with the dreidel as its icon.
No, that means something entirely different that I'm not going to divulge right now.
It's kind of a smudge. That's what that is.
It's a star if you look at it on other things. But it's so zoomed in here, it's like, bleh.
Currently, it is a smudge. Is this an alleyway?
Like, what the
Yeah, we're
fuck?
going into some back alleys here. I'm not sure. I'm
No,
right now.
it's just I forgot to turn one setting off when generating the map, so I can't actually depict where alleyways are.
So we're in a dark alleyway with Roger.
We're in an alleyway.
You're down a street.
Is this an
This
up
is
and
an
coming
alleyway.
Batman situation?
No, he opens the door and walks into this building. This person needs to move to about here, just so I can. Okay.
Oh, you know the child is gonna make this awkward.
So Roger has just walked you into a guild, adventurous guild, to which it's kind of loud in here. There's a bunch of people drinking, singing, being merry. Just come off of adventures probably.
How dare they make merry?
Why
couldn't they do this job?
You're kind of waved over to a counter, to where there is a nice hostess stood behind it.
Is she pretty?
Sure.
Where is the counter?
Look, you know these maps aren't to scale.
Did
Well,
I
fuck 'em up.
fucking stutter, Nick?
It's this hoe over here.
Is she pretty?
I said, sure.
Nick,
There we go.
which one of these fuckers? Which are they all drinking alcohol?
Bud, what part of Middle Ages, like feudal era shit, did you not quite gather? Everyone
no,
drank
I
beer,
need to
Bud.
Totally
know-
all drinking.
You need to know if they are all drinking or which ones are drinking.
Why?
You'll fucking see. Because I'm asking, as a player, what do I see? Who's drinking?
What do these Elfires see?
There are a bunch of people drinking, and there is the occasional person singing. You don't see an empty hand.
Okay, so is this guy drinking?
What am I hearing that these guys are dual wielding mugs?
Probably, depending on what sort of adventure they just come off.
These guys are just straight dual wielding.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume this guy is drinking then. Hey, what you drinking?
Who let this sassy child in here?
That would be me, Bud. I am the sassy child. That's the gremlin
dare.
child.
Okay.
I'll go up to the bar and kind of put Amara on the table and be like, can
What are you
put
gonna do,
this somewhere
body
safe,
No,
please?
shots?
I don't think this was the bar.
Just fucking. Can I pay with this?
I think this was. I thought this was the reception.
No,
Oh,
he's
the
like,
reception.
can I do body shots off of this, please?
No. Can you put this somewhere safe, please?
If you guys are asking for a room, we have 2 left.
Could you hang her up in the cloakroom like a weird cape?
It's that one scene in fucking Cat in the Hat with the sleeping, the sleeping woman.
Yes. You fucking put her up, yes.
Put her up on a coat hanger.
Very confused look. If you're looking for a room, we have 2 left.
I don't know. Nia?
Yeah.
She said something about a room.
Yeah, bud, that's where you sleep. Do
Okay.
you want to put Amara in a room?
She's not dead. I think just behind the counter is fine.
Oh my god.
She, the hostess kind of leans around Art and goes, "Do you guys need a room?"
Yeah, can we get 2 if you have them?
That's literally all we have left.
Beautiful. Thank you.
She kind of grabs the keys and goes, "They're just up the stairs." Points to her left, to her right.
Nia's gonna wham. And she's gonna take both keys because she doesn't trust these children.
And as
Real fun.
for what's going,
Doing a terrible job.
Yeah, Roger said he'd show us the Adventurers Guild. That's it.
yeah, Roger left. Like,
I mean, technically,
No, he
was-
didn't. Roger's right
there.
here. No,
He
bring
was
him
gonna-
back.
Literally, just as he walked in, he was gonna show us the reception lady, and then he didn't. He failed.
no, I didn't say he'd show you. He walked
I'm
in.
sure he did.
You were called over to the reception.
How would we be called over? They don't know us. They don't know who we are.
She kind of didn't want to leave her post. The reception's also the bar.
Oh, fair. That's a weird reception.
She's multitasking, all right.
She's not doing a very good job.
She's the only one at work tonight.
Tried to sell us any drinks.
Well, she sees you have a child with you, so.
Shield.
The child walked off. That's not our kid.
It's Roger's child.
and-
It's Roger's son now.
And and a dumb dragonborn.
Also, having a child doesn't mean you can't drink. Just that the child
Yeah.
can't drink.
Fuck you. I ain't driving anywhere. There's no machinery to operate.
Right. The
If I
guy,
was allowed to serve people who came into my bar with kids, we'd lose like 90% of our business.
the guy that Me Too Son of Me approached, kind of looks at him, grunts, and goes back to drinking. But however, as you've been stood there talking and whatnot, you've smelt food. To which point, you all hear very audible growls from your stomach.
You know what, bud? Fuck you, because I've been removing
I'm
rations.
fine.
This
I
has
don't
been
know what
going
you're on
long.
Yeah, well, nobody else has ever been at. Nobody's actually ever declared they're sat down eating. So technically, no, you haven't. It's been about 3 days since anyone's
Every
properly
day you
eaten.
have to remove rations. It's the fucking code, bro.
Oh, in that case, I've died of starvation already.
I've been having my nice portable snacks. I don't know what you're on about.
You just eat literally everything, bud.
I have been slowly consuming drow. Don't worry about it.
Solid. Alright. Alright, okay, I'm not mad.
I have my own portable rations.
Just inch by inch consuming a whole load of drow.
I knew I would find a use for that gift.
They're fairly tasty. It's fine.
Well, I'm assuming you haven't eaten while on the boat. I can't remember what you did on the boat, other than Ard trying to chase down a rat.
Yeah, good times.
And hearing it, but not being able to catch it.
You know what the fun part is? He's just like, I want to try to talk to the rat. You know, it's like, can you just called out to the rat?
So, Roger comes over and goes, right, I have business elsewhere. I'm gonna leave you guys here for tonight.
Will you come get us later, Roger?
I'll come get yous in the morning.
Thank you.
And he kind of
Good night.
Terrible idea.
dips out the building.
And never to be seen again.
It's like leaving a pile of puddles alone with matches. It's gonna be great.
Do we need a match?
Should we sit down? Should we go put
If you don't,
Amara
I'm not with you.
upstairs in a room? Sit down and have something. to eat?
I turn to the guy next to me drinking and go, well, thank heck he's gone. He was a real buzzkill.
Heck.
Turns to you and goes, look, kid. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't be in here because I believe there's a gift shop somewhere nearby. But
Looking dead in the eyes and just saying 24.
I'm
Kid,
drinking.
I am
Leave me alone.
a happily married man. Ugh. I just walk away.
He kind of slams his cup on the table and goes upstairs.
Just can't be dealing with this shit.
Wasn't expecting this today.
I'm just
Is
doing
my
good
plan,
things.
guys? Thoughts on the plan of putting Amara upstairs and coming down and eating food?
I mean, sounds like an idea, definitely.
Let's do that. We can leave Amara. We can leave Ghost to guard Amara. It'll be fine. I'll leave him with a bone. Life is good.
You said leave Ghost on the boat.
I said we can leave Ghost to guard Amara. I'll leave him a bone.
Oh.
Do you have any bones?
Yes, I do, because I bought them when we were last in town. You big nerd.
This
I
is
was gonna
fair.
say Ghost is not having my bones.
I mean, I have some spare if you really need them.
And
But
then I have actual, I have bones on my person. That's not like.
Turns fucking Ghost into a fucking drow hunting dog by feeding him drow bones.
for bones, it's fine.
Oh wait, don't play it. Never mind.
Okay, so what are you guys doing then?
We're gonna go put Amara upstairs with Ghost in a room, and then come back down and talk to the receptionist again.
Maybe
So-
they know where the hell we are.
So can you be gone, Thought? 2 tokens. Boss. That's fine.
So you come back down.
Is there like an empty table around here?
You come back down the stairs. It's like, so you came back down. So you're after food.
Hungry. And lots of alcohol.
She leans over the counter and
Wait,
goes.
how tall's the counter?
You can just about see over it.
So am I like? Could you just see my little horns poking up and my eyes?
Probably.
You're like the little cartoon with like the nose poking over the counter.
Regular fucking bar height, Renee.
Oh my god, you can't see me behind that.
You can't see me
You can
either.
see the little edges of my horns, and that's it.
Nah, Renee, your bar counter is just too fucking tall. That's why.
It looks like there's 2 children and a dragonborn.
And a drow.
Yeah. I'll look at the children, see
Yeah,
that they're
I'll
not
have
tall
you know,
enough.
I am a very average drow.
I'll look at the 2 children, see they're not tall enough, and the drow, who's obviously
Well,
not
Okay, so
I'm just
she kind of looks over the counter bar, whatever it is at this point, and goes, "We don't serve alcohol to children." I'm sorry.
What makes you think
I'm
I'm a child?
I'm not a
because
child.
you're short and wearing baggy clothes.
She kind of quickly turns to the tiefling and went, "No, I don't mean you. I meant
Oh.
that one."
Okay, thanks.
I am 22.
The tiefling's in plate armor. You can't confuse that for a child.
With a shield and a mace.
Just
Somebody-
That's a child.
Somebody just let a really well-armed kid outside.
no. Your parents were super overprotective.
Yeah, I don't know. See it.
Respect the drip, Karen.
But she go.
I am 22. Do you want to see my identification?
We wouldn't.
Got no ID.
What the fuck are you rocking? A driver's license in feudal
No one
England?
got ID here, pretty much.
I don't, but like.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have idea of something you've just changed into.
Actually, hold on.
Oh my god.
Not that one.
Ignore the sassy child. Give some
I'm
food to the 3 children. I have to go and do dragon things.
Do you not want food and then you can have it when you come back?
Okay, she leads you over here to a table.
Nick, question: How old do you have to be how old do you have to be an adventurer in this?
You could be an adventurer at like 16.
Yeah, as long as you no. As long as you're with your parents, you could be an adventurer because they could carry you around with them.
So an adventurer wouldn't have to be at drinking age.
No.
Grrr. I wanted to like throw the ominous aura paper that I have at the person and be like, look, it's in my name and I'm an adventurer. Yeah.
And you're also a bitch, so you know. Why are my arrow keys not working? Fuck. Bitch ass motherfucker. There we go. Boom.
So she kind of hands you a menu, which is just various types of meat, vegetables, bread, various alcohols, and goes, "I'll be back to take your order in a minute." And it goes back to, minding this weird counter that Richard drew.
I did not draw this counter.
Somebody weirdly drew a counter.
I didn't draw it. I thought it was you.
I thought, yeah, we thought it was you, Nick.
No. Must have been Erd then.
Draw a counter on me.
Nah, she just gonna stand there.
Staring intently.
Nah, just blankly staring, like no expression on her face, just blankly staring forward, just standing there.
So is this like an alley or what's going on?
It's a street. Just like I'll reiterate.
Alleyway street.
I didn't turn off the thick line setting on the map generator, and thus you kind of can't tell when this stretched out where the buildings end.
Okay.
But it's essentially an alleyway. It's just a very sort of wider alleyway, narrower street.
Yeah.
There you
So you spend about 5. What dragon things was Ard disappearing to do, by the way? Gotta know.
Well, while they're deciding on their food, I'm gonna duck out. And then I'm going to send you some messages.
Hold on. Nick, just deafen all of us so that your stream can still hear it. And we can't.
Yeah, just so it
I will try this.
Deafen us. Right click server deafen.
Okay, give me a second then. Server deafen.
Or I can do this.
Server deafen.
I got this.
Server deafen. There we go. So, what is it you'd be doing?
Okay,
Can't
so
hear anything, but this is
I'm assuming this is an alley. I'm gonna look for somebody kind of on their own.
Okay. So, oh, there we go. You look to your right, and there is a person just stood down here.
Okay. So I'm gonna try. Art's gonna try and like sneak up behind them. And
Okay.
He's gonna basically eat them as long as nobody else comes along.
Okay. Roll me a stealth.
Fuck. Right. Actually, my stealth isn't that bad. Right.
Fucking ripped my trousers. Okay. So, you're not too stealthy, but they don't hear you. They just hear a noise and kind of quickly turn. And
Okay.
now roll me to hit.
Okay.
And just gonna say, I'm using commoner stats here. So, okay. So, you grab onto them. You grab onto them and you bite. Roll me a d4, no bonuses. You don't kill them. They're just very fatigued.
Okay. Have they seen my face, do you think?
It's kind of dark, and now you are probably down more of an alleyway. So they have potentially not seen your face.
Okay. Well, I'll just return to the others then.
Okay. Right, so I'll wake all those back up then. Oh, question. Are you cleaning your face?
I don't think Ard would think of that.
Okay. So I'll wake all these guys up now. Hello again.
True fear is when you see a dice roll and not knowing what it's for.
So Ard comes back in just as the waitress comes over. Well,
Do you know what
hostess.
was actually on the menu, please, boss?
I don't think I have a menu. There was probably lumps of meat, so lamb, chicken.
Can there be stew?
There's probably stew on there. And she, well, just say something and I'll tell you. So she comes over and she looks at Ard, has to take a double take at Ard, and then asks what you're ordering.
The fuck is wrong with Ard?
Just what the children want, I think.
What the children? Fuck you!
I don't know. I think you're pretty cool.
Okay, so she kind of looks around the table and counts one child at max. And goes,
You want a round of mead?
Fucking hell.
What if I swear?
so 3 meads and a glass of milk?
Get bought!
Yeah.
Make
Our
that
cleric
milk.
here will take milk.
So fucking wrong.
Okay, so 2 meads and a glass of and 2 glasses of milk.
Can I get
Well,
meat
I
and
mean,
milk?
Well, I mean, you can
Not
offer
together, though.
Dragonborn milk, but I don't think he'd like it.
What's milk?
You're a red dragon. You wouldn't get it.
Okay. No milk for me. Some milk for. What do you eat again?
Do you guys need to give me another second?
No, can I get stew, mead, and a glass of milk, please?
Goat or cow milk?
Cow, please.
Okay. For the your drow friend here?
I have no idea what's on the menu. I
Get
can't read.
him some dried meat and a glass of mead.
Okay.
That sounds great.
And the child?
I don't know what that is.
And
Get the child stew and half a glass of meat and a glass of milk. He's drinking responsibly in his parents' company.
Okay, I'll be over with your drinks in a minute.
And what does the Dragonborn want, you dumb bitch?
The Dragonborn had already said nothing for me, just the kids.
Yeah.
Nick, I want to ask, was there anything noticeably different about Ard when he re-entered?
What was the double take for?
I mean, you have to tell us. It's
He-
within our visual confines.
He was a bit
Yeah.
redder around the mouth.
Dun dun dun.
Guys, you dead ass ate Amara.
Everyone went
She
over
won't
the
even be there.
you.
We go upstairs now, she won't even be there. There'll just be like a corpse and a leg and ghost.
Wait, but if he's
Ghost
left,
nomming on it.
but if he's left remains, then wouldn't have Ghost have eaten the remains?
No,
think
because
that-
Ghost is classy as fuck. Ghost wouldn't do that to someone.
Ghost will like try and lick it better.
Ghost would be like, well, shit, I guess, and just keep eating the bone I gave him. Like, he's really chill.
just watches Amara get murdered.
Dead ass.
Like, well, that's happening, I guess.
Yeet,
He's
I
like that.
suppose.
He's like that dog that will sit at the end of the bed and watch its owners have sex.
I mean,
No.
Ghost can literally not do anything until, Nia takes like a couple seconds to tell him what to do. So,
He's just deadpan as fuck. Like that's all it is.
Right. So
Like fucking guess, bitch.
she comes back over with the drinks. Still slightly avoids going near Ard. Puts the drinks on the tables, and says, It'll be another few minutes for the food,"
That's great, thank you.
and vanishes
Are
again.
you okay? Oh damn it! Fuck.
Sorry, ball back.
By the way,
Teleport
first
back.
off, is it quick thing? Is it a man or woman?
Female. I said I've
Female.
been saying
Oh, yeah,
hostess this
okay.
entire time.
Are you okay, madam?
I'm just slightly concerned about your friend there.
He really likes jam. He
Oh,
keeps jars of it in his backpack where he went. That's why his face is red. He ate a lot of jam.
but he left the building and then came
To
back.
get jam from the other guy we were with, the acolyte.
Oh,
And he's very shy.
He's very shy about his jam addiction. I'm really sorry.
You know what, bud? Persuasion.
Do it. Roll it. Good shit. I don't even need to compare that to the stats.
I'm now convinced I'd has a fucking damage that he
Yep.
is embarrassed about.
Okay.
I got you, fam.
Not to feed addictions, but does he want some more jam so that he's not watching you guys eat food?
Yeah, if you bring him a pot of jam.
She kind of walks away.
Nia is having a mental breakdown at that word.
Just one question. What's jam?
Fruit and
What you
sugar,
just
Ard.
got out of.
Fruit and sugar.
At this point,
I wasn't ready for what you just got out of there from Richard. I was just.
Whatever is around Ard's mouth has probably dripped onto the table as well.
Oh, wonderful.
I literally just got what that red stuff might be.
Did you not know?
It's jam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really far behind.
it's jam.
Nick, can I use shape water on it?
Try it and find out.
Bear in mind the blood is 70% water.
I cast shape water.
It moves.
I just drank some food coloring. It's chill.
I cast shape water and I treat it as if it's like gum and I make it all stick to the underside of the table.
Alright, sweetie. What did you eat?
There, good as new.
If you don't want to tell us, that's fine. Just tell me it wasn't a person.
What's a person?
Really, a person?
Wait, no, was the bird? Was it the bird?
I don't think it was a bird.
Oh,
He ate a person?
hey, Nia,
Yes, Al.
you left Amara upstairs, right?
Art, did you eat a mom? Art, look at me in the eyes and tell me you didn't eat Amara. Look at me in the eyes when I'm talking to you. Did you eat Amara?
I didn't eat Amara. She's not dead.
Did you eat Ghost?
I didn't eat... Ghost isn't a person.
Okay.
No, Amara's not dead. She's very much alive. She lives inside of all of us, mostly in Ard.
Oh!
But if she's inside of us, she ain't living. I'm not sure you understand how eating things works.
Her spirit lives on.
Frankly, I'm offended you'd think I'd eat Amara.
I didn't think you would, but I gotta check.
I really want to do something now, but
If
I'm
anyone
not
was
sure.
gonna eat Amara, it would be me. And not me, but me.
Okay, so
No, not you, me.
Wait, you.
Not me, me.
the waitress.
Mia frantically gesturing.
So the hostess is getting ready to come over when someone stumbles into the guild hall, asking for help. And
Mia's gonna be up faster than
she kind of the hostess turns, looks, and drops the food that she was about to bring over to you, because the guy is bleeding from the neck.
Yeah, Nick cut off there for me. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, cut off for me as well.
Okay,
Guy is silent.
the guy is bleeding from the neck, so the hostess dropped the food. And
Nick's
it's-
gonna fucking leg it. Right, full pelt sprint, and go for a real quick fucking kill wound.
Nick,
Just decking
Nick.
healing there, dude.
you said she dropped the food, right?
Yeah.
Did she have the meat on that same plate?
No, she gave that to us a minute ago,
already
you
on the
dumb
table.
bitch.
Okay, look, I'm struggling to keep up because Nick's mic keeps cutting out. Fine, but she drops the food, right? Does she drop my stew?
Yes.
She dropped my
I cast Mage Hand before it falls to the floor to pick
Oh
it to
my-
catch it.
to catch the tray. He's
To
going
catch
for
the
it.
fucking tray.
Okay. Roll me a dex.
Or Dex, I can try.
But I might have all the dice luck.
There was an error with your phone.
Get fucked. I have all the dice luck.
You just about managed to catch it. You lose one bowl of stew.
My stew!
Can I cast fucking Cure Wounds now, bud?
You can cast Cure Wounds.
Great. Can I have a 1d8?
Yeah, you can roll the 1d8. I've just got to...
He has regained this many hit points.
Okay. No. I'm just saying that because commoners only have 4 health.
Oh well, he's really fucking healthy now, bud.
Better than before.
So you cast the spell and you
But
see...
that's on touch, so Nina's gonna like proper sprint over there. She's gonna like smack into him as she tries to stop herself and cast it at the same time. So now she's just kind of giving him a hug, but like a Cure Wounds hug.
Healing hug! He kind
Seal everything.
he kind of looks at you and goes, thanks, but he's really shaky.
Are you okay? Here, sit down. Why don't you give me a chair?
Uh,
I'm about to say, is anyone listening?
this
Like,
this
yelling
one brings you
tiefling.
this one brings you over a chair. The hostess is still a bit scared. He just goes, here you go, sit down, dude.
Nia's gonna sit him down, look at the hostess, and go,
Can you get me a glass of water, please?
She kind of heads
Um,
back behind the bar and grabs the glass. It's like, and brings it out.
Nia's gonna hand him the glass so he can take a sip and be like,
Are you okay? What's going on?
I don't know what or who it was, but that really hurt. Ow. I got attacked. This entire time he's rubbing his neck.
Can I nudge
Uh,
the hostess with our tray?
even if I cured wounds, can I see what happened? Could I see
Roll
what the
me a
injury was?
roll me a medicine. You can see the very faint scars of puncture wounds on his neck.
Can I see like how big they are?
They are yeah, right.
They are on.
They are unusually far apart for what a normal humanoid would. But possible
And are they puncture or tear?
puncture.
He said puncture.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I don't feel like you get to comment, Mr. I don't pay attention.
I know. I realised my mistake after I said it. Hey
So
Nick,
punctured on I am. Not, okay.
can I quickly tap the waitress with the tray that I am still holding?
Sure.
Okay.
I just sort of like tap sort of with the tray to be like,
She's slightly startled, but she takes the tray off the mysteriously floating hand. That, by this point, working in an adventurers guild, she knows is Mage Hand. And kind of
She's also gonna see Stu like in a huge fucking thing on the floor.
She's kind of sad about that, but she's like, she kind of nudges the ball and is like, I'll clean that up later. And kind of looks over at me, not thinking the child could cast Mage Hand, and goes, thank, and kind of nods a thank you.
Man's absolutely destroyed.
I didn't die. What?
It's okay, you just missed your hard work, get attributed to me.
What?
This kid can't cast Mage Hand, bro.
Kid can cast Mage Hand. There's no level cap on learning spells.
So, Nia's gonna ask if he knows. She's gonna go. Do you know what attacked you? Like, do you know if it was big or small or on
it-
4 legs?
It was kind of big on 2 legs and bit me.
Fucking chupacabra.
An ogre.
God.
Wait, it can't be a chupacabra. That man is not a goat.
You never asked what race he is.
You don't know that.
Well, he is in fact not bleating, so in fact
He
is not a
could
goat.
be a satyr.
Yeah, but he's not a goat.
That would be
Yeah.
a goat man, meaning El Chupacabra could, in theory, eat him, or at least half of him.
He's human.
Can
Is
you?
your name Grover?
He's human.
Where's my magical don't sign when I need it? What did I put down?
I will return to the table.
Good.
I want stew. My stew. You boy,
Don't-
big boy. What's that
Who
about
is
stew?
angry typing?
The waitress kind of looks at Nia and goes, I'm just going to go put this on your table.
That's great, thank you. Then maybe take a minute and sit down.
Puts the stuff down and actually goes and sits behind the bar.
I start drinking the mead.
Are you drinking Nia's mead or your mead?
You
'Cause
got
you
me
have-
mead. I'm gonna
you
drink
got-
my mead
You
first.
got half a pint of mead. Your mead first?
I am going to drink my half pint of mead.
You know, okay. If you'd asked Nia, but okay. Nia wanted you a full pint, bro. She wanted the half.
Oh, trust me, Nia wasn't even getting half of mine.
What else would I want to know?
Oh yeah, where were you? When did you get bit?
About 5 minutes ago, just down the alley.
Nia ignoring every coincidence that is lining up.
Damn, that's a real shame.
Oh shit.
Man.
Oh shit. I just got. Oh no.
You realize who it is, right? Or what he's trying to lead us to, right? So Nia's gonna ask the guy who brought over the chair, just,
Can you get him over to a table and sit with him for a little while, just till he steadies up?
I can do, I suppose. He kind of grabs the guy and takes him over to his
If there's
table.
anything else, just yell for me.
Okay.
Yell for
Maybe-
Nia.
Maybe,
If you shout me,
maybe-
somebody else is gonna turn around.
maybe Ards should go over and offer to cauterize the wound.
Nia's gonna come back up and sit down. And then she is going to reach for Ard's mouth. Like, you know when you do it to a dog in a vet, where they just kind of open the mouth and peer in? I want to do that.
Whilst he's doing that, I switch our drinks.
I'm gonna stand on the stool and do that. Like, stand on the chair and do that.
Well, how does Ard react to this?
Well, he's gonna basically ignore it like he would
Man's
most
just
people.
bamboozled, like, I guess.
Nah, Renee, he's more like,
trying not to.
Nia's gonna do a little finger measure between his teeth and the puncture marks. What does she find, or do you want me to roll something?
Let me go. Let me go check. Let's have a look. Roll me an insight.
Insight. The fuck am I insighting?
No, my brain is trying to put shit together here, but it probably would have been medicine, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll roll a med, and you can take whichever one you want.
It-
Please take the previous one. Fuck, don't take medicine.
you measure it up, and you don't want to realize.
You don't tell me what I want.
Well,
Just yes or no. Does it line up?
yes.
Nia's gonna sit down, drink her milk, because she needs some milk.
I think that go.
Your boy is still drinking mead, by the way.
Yeah, Nia's not gonna bat an eye at that, bud.
Ard, your teeth are pretty.
Thank you. I can't see yours.
What lovely teeth you have.
Sorry I just reached into your mouth like that, Ard. I had to check something. But
Okay.
it's okay, it didn't match
Does
up.
he have a cavity?
Yeah. I thought he had a cavity, but he doesn't.
It's a cavity.
Well, technically, he's a humanoid and therefore has multiple cavities, but let's not discuss that at the dinner table.
So, we're gonna no problems occur. You sit there.
Does she bring over more stew?
Okay, yeah. After about another 5 minutes, brings over another bowl of stew.
Okay.
By the way, Renee, that stew was on the table was yours. I very specifically said my stew had fallen on the floor.
I know, I just didn't want you to have no stew.
For my wait is for my new bowl.
Yeah, so she brought over another bowl. You sit there talking, eating, contemplating existential crises.
Why would anyone need an existential crisis?
I believe Nia's having one mentally right about. And
No, Nia's okay.
about an hour or so pass by. You just sit there.
Sit here, piss about, talk about, where the fuck Roger's gone, who the fuck does he think he is?
Yeah.
Big ass motherfucker, how dare.
So it's now up to you guys what you want to do. You can. I know you've got stealthy rogue boy that might want to slip out during the evening.
And get changed.
No,
You're staring as baby Hans McGee?
I'm not baby Hans McGee. I am a child.
So you're
Baby
just...
Salt McGee.
Child is staying as a child for now because child sees it appropriate.
Nia's gonna give me the other key for, the other room. 'Cause she's
Yeah,
still
boy.
up there for them. Just
I
gonna...
guess
Don't
I
eat
am to
it.
be trusted.
It's for the
This
door.
sounds like a
to your
terrible
room.
deal.
Do not eat it. Me, what are you not gonna do with it?
Eat it.
Great, you guessed it.
But there is a problem with this. I have no pockets.
Hold it in your hand and put it on a table when you get in the room.
This sounds
Do
like
not, and I cannot stress this enough, do not eat it.
Hey, me, you can totally eat it.
I mean, that does sound like a good idea.
Me.
It's funny because I don't, does Nia know how me storage works? Because I know how his storage works because of other shit that happened.
No, Nia would have no idea.
I only know because of our little offset.
Well, technically... No, Nia wasn't in the store then, it's okay.
Okay.
When he reached in and grabbed his intestine gem.
So nobody's sneaking out again. Nobody before going to their rooms.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I'm
Nia-
sneaking out before going to my room.
Yeah,
I just-
Nia's gonna...
That's
downstairs.
kind of what I was trying to get at here, Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Is anybody doing anything in the evening, or are we just
Um,
sleeping?
But Nia's gonna ask if she can talk to Ard upstairs for a minute.
I wonder what their policy is on incense and burning things.
Open the window, nobody will know.
This sounds
What are
like
you,
a good
what are
idea.
you gonna be burning?
Don't you want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Am I just popping a Mara?
That's why he asked.
I want to pop an up.
Oh, we have 2 Amaras now.
They're not on my screen.
There are
Yeah,
two.
there's 2 Amaras right there.
One here.
And one
Yeah,
here.
they didn't show on my screen. I was trying to go. This is the upstairs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reload. No, I'm not. I'm gonna just
There are
pretend.
no Amaras on this screen. I don't know what you guys are about.
Have they gone now? Because I can't see that the.
No, there's still two there. I'm gonna refresh the page to see if that fixes it.
Well, there's a ghost token now on my side.
Yeah, ghost there.
There's-
I see nothing.
Now there's
No,
3
no,
Amaras.
no, there's 3.
I see a ghost, but no Amaras. The fuck?
I see none. Where are you guys looking?
Hold on, I'm sending it into the chat. I'm sending it into the chat, boys.
I think Roll20 is breaking again because it's taking 3 years for me to reload the page.
Okay, so I'm not going to attempt to reload.
I think it's working. Yeah, it just took a second. Oh, I've now got blurry map McGee over here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even bother trying to reload to get rid of the Amaras. Then, unfortunately, there's 3 Amaras. So,
Well,
where are Ard and Nia going to have this chat?
Well, since me and Kip are in the other room and so's Ard in the other fucking bedroom, so I'll go in where Amara is sleeping, because I'm assuming she's dead and cannot hear us.
She's unconscious.
Being
not dead.
She's unconscious!
Yeah, I hope she's
Well,
not
I
dead.
can't hear shit when you're unconscious.
Yeah.
Fair. This is the truth. Okay, so have thou conversation.
I don't feel comfortable where me and Kip are, like, right there.
huh? What?
Move your tokens to the nth dimension, please, nerds.
I don't even know where I am. My map is blurry.
Why
Wait,
did
what?
you move his token without tokens? Nia's gonna go,
Ard, I'll believe you if you tell me you didn't, but did you bite that guy?
Which guy?
The guy who came in and was bleeding.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You want to tell me why?
I was hungry and he was there.
Order stew next time, bud. Don't just eat people.
I used to feel like that as well, but something's a little bit different about humans these days.
Get blood sausage. Just don't bite random people in the street.
Drink coconut water.
Oh, so you only bite people you know?
I guess if they say it's okay, yeah?
Said that, I was thinking of the fucking nurses from fucking the second Nanny McPhee film. Like now I can't stop imagining Art in a fucking nurse's outfit. Art in a nurse's outfit, biting someone.
Okay, I won't bite any more people unless I'm really, really hungry.
Or just don't, and we can find you something to eat. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, maybe like
Okay.
a Snickers or something.
Alright, bud. We'll get you a
I just
Snickers.
realised-
Don't even
I
worry.
just realised when
Maybe
when
maybe
Nick
not
was
a Stickers.
going,
I'm
Ard,
really-
you're not you when you're hungry.
Oh my god. Careful.
I'm just really into blood these days. I don't know what it is.
this is some weird hemophilia shit. I don't want to get into it. If you want to unpack that in your private time. Sorry. Get Nick banned on Twitch. That's what this fucking episode is.
TOS starting to go.
Yeah, we just got Nick TOS. I don't know where I was going with that. Fuck.
Just maybe if you need to bite someone, ask some.
Ask. Okay, I'll ask you next time I bite someone.
Okay. See how that works.
Oh no! I'm now just picturing Ard coming over, going with like a semi-conscious guy in his hand, going, "Can I bite this guy?"
No, Ard fucking coming over, like touching the tips of his fucking like fingers. Just
He's doing the fucking little ooh woo, what's this? And like, ooh woo, what's this? A guy I can bite.
oh my god.
Go get some sleep, Ord. I'll see you in the morning.
Nia's gonna kind of like pat his arm, but she can only reach like his fucking forearm because she's a midget.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
If you need me, I'll be in my room.
Okay.
And can Nia have a hot prayer for a minute of what the fuck?
Yes.
Just that the.
Your
I
prayers.
feel like, is she allowed some fucking mental resolution enough to sleep with that for that 16 bud?
Yeah, you kind of get you get momentary relief.
Just okay, I guess he'll ask me next time.
You get momentary relief. Like the thoughts just slowly fade from your mind as you drift off.
Sick. My god's like, don't even fucking worry about it, child. I got you.
Right, sneaky child, what are you doing?
He's a spooky midget.
I'm
He's not
spooky
Connor.
midget. I mean, yes. Was there anything I noticed in the town that would give me any idea where I'm going?
Nope.
Off on an adventure we go then.
Right. Give me a sort of
What time is it, by the way?
8, 9-ish maybe.
Okay.
Y'all
Earlier now.
y'all are getting an early night, but some of you seem to.
I'm going better.
Oh god, me's also going on a walk. Oh god.
God,
You,
Nia
you,
needs
don't-
a
you don't
fucking
realize
rest.
what's going on right now. This is fine. Don't worry about it. I'm going up to the reception.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna walk outside like you thought I was gonna do.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask a smart thing. I'm gonna be the smart. Excuse me. I was wondering, do you happen to have a map of this town? Because I have no idea where anything is, and I am entirely lost.
She goes, okay, just give me a second. I have one around here somewhere. Takes a step from behind the desk, goes to a table in a corner, and picks up a map. Are you ready?
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
This is the one I want to show. Boom. I'm gonna show it to everyone.
Okay, cool, but I'm not looking at it because no.
I know. It was just a case of I can't hit show to single person. It just show to players, and then
Right, time for my plan.
I want to send me this shit later, Nick. Because I can't zoom in that far on that.
I know.
Right,
Right, Aaron, give me a general idea of where you want to be going, and I'll try and direct you.
time to initiate my foolproof plan. And then you know it's a foolproof plan of walking up to a guard and asking if there's anything sketchy going on around.
Probably a terrible idea.
You
Is-
remember how that
I've
ended
got
with
my
you
map.
last time?
I'm going back to my room. I'm just going back to my room. I'm gonna burn things
I
to the
did,
house.
and I met someone who was actually a part of it. It
You
went
got
quite well.
Baby Hans McGee someone.
I baby Hans McGee someone. So I'm just you know, head back down the Roger!
Hey! I'm just being
No, what the fuck?
Nick, you can't just move Roger like that. He was right outside, don't even.
No, Roger was miles away. Has been miles away this entire time. Just I haven't. I've been.
Aaron, why don't you go see the suspicious loner that we found? That was very helpfully named by us.
Well, I'm gonna go see the suspicious loner because now that you said that he looks suspicious, your boy.
Who drew in the ocean?
No one.
Oh, yeah. That was ages ago, though.
Wait, what did he draw?
So-
Hold on, don't you dare get rid of that. I want to see what he drew. Hippie dragons. Why does that look like something from Tremors, mate?
Well, I started to draw it, and then I realised I didn't really know how to draw a dragon.
Yeah, but why does that dead ass look like something from Tremors?
I don't know.
Mind you, I could ask the same as like, why is there 3 Amaras? Who really fucking knows, to be honest, at this point?
Look on my screen. There isn't 3 Amaras. There's no Amaras on my screen.
But there's 3 fucking Amaras. I am cornering the Amara market. Jesus Christ, I've got so fucking
Amara-
many of them.
Amara is just in 3 parts. You know, 1 leg, 1 arm, and the rest is in Ard. Anyway, suspicious loner
Is a teetering drunk.
is a teetering drunk.
Mhm.
I speak in thieves' can.
Mm.
Fucking yeah, that.
Andarana
Whatever the fuck
Tishan.
this cat is, yeah.
He kind of looks at you, and with the drunken side goes, "Are you okay, mate?"
Are you okay, mate?
Probably not. And then hurls on your shoes.
That's not nice.
And kind of goes, "Oh, sorry."
You?
And then falls flat on his back.
Yeah, he's fucking dead.
Does he? Does he?
Yes.
I cast shape water to put the stick back in his mouth and walk away.
Okay.
He's flat on his back, isn't he? This is a Breaking Bad moment.
I like how I just doodled suspicious loner, and then you actually named him that.
Well, he is that now.
Yeah, just became it.
Right.
Okay, I go over to here, to this person. Who's this person?
At this point, it's just people trying to get home, so they're avoiding you as you walk up to them.
Okay, cool. I'm going past them anyway. Fucking bitches. Let's look around. I want to look around and see what's around me, Nick, as in what I can see within eye view.
Within eye view, buildings.
Yeah, just around me. Buildings, that's very helpful. Is there anything, obvious?
And market stalls that have nothing on them.
Okay.
Everyone's packing up for the day.
Everybody's already left.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna go over here then, if that's the case. We're just blindly wandering at this point. What's this building, Nick? This one.
Peering in the windows, you see a bunch of, I'm gonna regret saying this, jewels.
A bunch of what?
Jewels. Necklaces.
Oh, I
Rings.
thought you meant like jewel pods.
Jewels!
I was like, damn, straight up.
Well, we know where Ard really. We know the guy that Ard attacks now.
So yeah. Oh, god damn it! I need to try and get my color code up now because Aaron's roaming.
Oh, Aaron died.
Oopsies.
I'm not dead inside. Nick, what's this one?
Give me a second, trying to get things to load. No, I have a color. It's all color coded. I just don't. It's the one thing I don't have open because I didn't have the thing plugged in.
This one's an orphan.
I'll tell you for a fact it's not the orphanage. I don't have an orphanage plotted
I feel
on.
like going to the orphanage might have been a good idea because everyone knows from like movies that orphanages are just run by crooked people.
But this isn't
mean-
fucking Oliver Twist.
I was
I
thinking
mean,
more.
you know, give Aaron about 5 minutes and maybe it might be, even if it isn't.
Yeah.
The orphans will be running around pickpocketing people.
Okay, so that one is tailors, the big tailors.
The tailors, okay, cool.
So you see
Oh
fabrics and
shit!
shit.
I never got my suit. Well, the mayor did. Well, the mayor probably did, but like,
Just next time you're in that town, you're gonna see the mayor in a new swanky suit.
you're like, I did that. What's this one?
That you see a bunch of bottles, a bunch of random shit.
I'm guessing it's some sort of alchemist shop.
It's a magic shop of some sort.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Right, Aaron,
Literally gonna start checking everything.
Aaron. Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll try and throw you in the right direction.
Sketchy shit.
Yeah, no sketchy shit visible right now.
So I have to go down some alleyways. Okay.
Right, you're after.
Okay,
1 minute, I'm zooming out. Yeah, you have nothing in the vicinity. It's not worth going and potentially getting eaten.
Yes, it is. Let's go. Faster.
Where are you going?
I know exactly where I'm going. Shit. Wait, where am I? I wanted to like go like up here and onto this pathway. Is that possible?
What path? That path? Which route did you just take to get there?
Up this road.
What road? I see, like, no. Yeah, there's.
There is a path.
Yeah, I see that, but that's a dead end, my dude. Big, thick, round thing is a wall. Well, more of a tower, but yeah.
But usually that's not what big, thick, round things are.
Well, you see, I want to climb the wall.
You instantly get poked down by another guard that was, like, in the window you pass, trying to climb it.
So instead of like Hulk criminal, it's just poke.
Yeah, he just kind of
Shove you off.
shoves you off.
I mean, you're kind of a kid right now, so you know.
He's totally not trying to repeat
I
the starting
climbed
of
the
Game
wall.
of Thrones.
I climb the wall again.
He shoves you again.
I climb the wall again, but this time I want to grab his hand when he tries to push me.
He looks you dead in the eye and goes, "Look, kid, don't make me drag you to the orphanage."
The orphanage.
Oh my
I look
fucking
him,
god.
I
keep
look,
going.
I look
God,
him
that
dead in the
fucking
eye
people.
with dead, cold eyes. Where's the orphanage?
See, I really want to make him report some suspicious activity, but again, I want to drag him to an orphanage
Drag him to an orphanage, fuck.
where he will be put instantly in the chokey because they will think he tried to escape.
The chokey! Bitch, I am ready to throw hands. You have no idea how much I've missed combat at this point.
Okay, right, 1 second. Let me just scan for a suitable orphanage building.
You're actually making an orphanage.
Yep.
The whole plan was that Kip will believe that orphanages are run by sketchy people. That is Kip's whole plan right now.
Yeah. Sketchy to the point of they're gonna heavily hate kids, but nothing.
Hippie
Why the
dragon.
fuck is Umbridge running an orphanage?
Why the fuck not?
That's like literally every movie orphanage ever.
I did mention the chokey. Okay, so being dragged to an orphanage?
Okay. Pardon?
Being dragged to an orphanage?
Okay, cool. Where am I?
Give me a second. I just realised I only checked one side of the map. Looking for a suitable orphanage building. That weird triangle on the outskirts of town. Fine.
I love how he doesn't ask if I've got parents. He just drags me to an orphanage.
You're a child out at this time. It's either you ran away from home, so need to go to the orphanage anyway, or you've escaped the
Or,
orphanage.
You know, or I'm just a child that lives in the city that is out late. It's like there was no imposed curfew in this place.
How do you know? You didn't even fucking ask.
So, Aaron, if you can find the ping, you're all the way over here.
I can't find the ping.
Okay,
Ping.
I can't ping a single person, so everybody's pinged over here.
Okay, that's chill. So I'm right on the outskirts. Okay, where's the orphanage? Is it the triangle building?
It's the weird triangle building.
It's the weird triangle building.
You.
Weird isosceles.
So he dragged you inside, kind of ran into one of the whatever you want to call the person that works in an orphanage. At this point, I was going to say caretaker, but yeah. And they kind of drag you to an empty room, close the door, lock the door.
No, Nick. Before any of that, I see a caretaker in the orphanage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want a thieves' can as I'm being dragged.
Makes this even better. He kind of looks, as you start speaking gibberish, he kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, great. We've got a possessed one." And leads you down a darker corridor that goes down some steps to an iron door, to which you are thrown inside and the door is locked.
Cool.
Good job,
You think
you
that's
got
gonna
locked in the basement.
You think that's gonna fucking stop me? I have enough firepower to get through that.
Y'all probably have lockpicks in your backpack. They didn't take any
Yeah,
of your shit.
legit. I have lockpicks as well, but like.
You don't need firepower. Just open the door.
There is no visible lock on the inside.
Damn, they bolted it from the fucking outside. Good job.
That's fine. I will just fucking booming blade it. Like, your boy will booming blade the fucking door. I know that that's not how the spell works, but
That's not how the spell works, so no.
Shut up, Nick. What's in the cell? The place in the care home.
The cell.
Well, you're effectively in a cell because you're a possessed child that they've just thrown in a basement room.
What is there? What is there?
A cot, and that is it.
Are there any windows?
Nope.
There is a cot.
There is a bed, yes.
And a bucket.
No, there's no bucket.
Oh, there's on the floor for hood.
I try shouting for assistance.
You kind of hear a muffled, "Shut up and go to sleep."
That's fucking it. That is fucking it. Right. I use my tinderbox to set the bed on fire.
The room starts to fill with smoke.
And now I'm yelling louder because there's a fire. Your boy's yelling fire. This is the biggest coin toss of all time.
You die or will you live?
They kind of turn around and go, "No, there isn't."
Right, it's a door, Nick, which means that it has drafts. They will see the smoke coming out of the draft.
No, nobody asked me to describe the door opening. It scraped along the floor.
No, you can't change it now.
A bit of smoke comes out from under the door, but the person that was stood outside kind of goes, "Oh, the holy seals in the room are working. Perfect."
This is a terrible place. I don't
Hold on, hold on.
Can you just leave? Give up on this entire kingdom? This is
Nick,
terrible at everything.
Nick, what's the flooring made out of?
Stone.
You're really not giving me a lot to work with. And right, no.
The walls are also
now
stone.
Now you fucking done it for yourself because you said a little bit of smoke went through the draft of the door, which means there is draft, which means I can control flame and throw flames outside.
You're just gonna shove the fire out underneath the
The boy is shoving the fire outside the fucking door. You know.
Yeah, spreading it more and like blocking off your oxygen, which is
Don't worry
the
about it.
smartest idea.
Fine, don't worry.
So
He has an idea.
you see the door as you throw the fire under the door. The edges of the door start to warm up, and now the guy on the outside kind of pays attention because there's now fire. He is now running up and down the corridor screaming, not knowing what to do.
Nick, by the way, now I am choosing.
Richard, I'm playing with Aaron. Of course, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's still terrible.
Nick, I'm also going to shapeshift back into Alistair now.
Okay.
Okay, it's cool. So, yep, cool beans. So, this orphanage that for some reason has
By this point, there's
stone cell and no windows and an iron door that scrapes across the fucking floor but then doesn't.
Hey, look, you told me not to change it, so I said a bit got under the door. Jesus.
No, continue. Yeah, right. Where are you going with it next? Because I'm running out of
This-
ideas, to be honest. I'm gonna lie.
This point, there is now nobody in that basement layer of the orphanage because he has run off to get someone higher up.
Cool. I use control flames to extinguish the fire in my room before all of the oxygen fucks off. But the flames can continue outside.
It's gonna burn down the orphanage. We're just getting fire.
He's gonna burn down the orphanage.
Nick
But-
has done the worst possible thing. Put me in an impenetrable room with an orphanage that is not impenetrable. I will hide in my little impenetrable room and let it burn down around me.
You know I know how you can get out of there, right? I'm not gonna tell you because that's funny.
Okay. Okay. So at this point, you've heard a bit of chatter that seems to be at the end of the corridor, and then heard a second set of doors get bolted.
Oh, you fuck.
They're locking in the fire rather than putting it out.
No.
So,
You then start to hear the corridor outside flood.
Wow.
flood. As in, they flooded water with it.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. But
Okay, so they
I mean,
start
water-
drowning children.
Aaron's the only child down there. It was entirely empty. It's just the in case of possession room.
So they are drowning children.
They're drowning Aaron.
Can we just abandon the whole country?
I am going to focus what I can of the fire onto the iron door, like at least the bearings or sprockets that keep it in place, so that when the water hits, you know what happens when something really hot gets hit by something really cold, Nick?
Especially metal.
Nothing when the sound of the water was thaumaturgy.
Okay, you got to explain what that means to me.
That's what I use.
Okay, cool. Me neither.
Eh.
You can
Cool.
make a noise from basically anywhere, so yeah.
Trying
So
to.
what? So instead of actually putting water down, they've just made a noise that makes it seem like water's been
So
placed
they're
down there.
literally letting this child burn to death.
I like playing this game. Okay.
Right, no, I've heated up the sprockets. Did they flood it with water?
No.
So you just made a sound like there was water. Why? That makes no sense.
The fire on the other side was already put out. They were just making sure the demon didn't escape.
You fucking what?
I think you're possessed, bud.
Oh yeah, shit. Man. Or there's actually something else down here with me. But
No, they think you're possessed.
oh, okay, cool, fine. Let's ignore the fact that I've got holy water in my bag and let's look for something else.
They didn't check your stuff. They just you started speaking gibberish and they went, "Fuck, it's a possessed child." And they're nowhere near a church, so they kind of went, We have the basement room for this. Phoop.
Right. I have a crowbar, Nick.
You've already melted the hinges, so go for it.
I want to crowbar it.
Strength check, please.
Oh, fuck's sake. It's just straight D20.
I think crowbar gives you like advantage on this, doesn't it?
Hold on, let me check. Crowbar. Crowbar grants advantage to strength checks where the crowbar's leverage. Yeah. Shit, man, you right.
So take the advantage roll.
I remember crowbars.
You manage to pry the door open. See that the fire outside has been extinguished. Question marks. And that you're now in a sealed corridor. And can still hear the water.
Cool. What is the right? So, are there any other rooms down here?
There's a couple more rooms. Same sort of doors.
Okay. Cool. I want to knock on the doors, as in knock on one door at a time and wait for a response.
Empty echoes.
Okay. Cool.
No one's allowed to have.
What's this new door at the end of the corridor made out of?
Same things. Again, no visible handle on the inside.
I want to go for the same technique as before. I can still create flame. Easy enough. I have a full-on tinderbox, like your boy can just keep using little bits of tinder and just.
Okay.
Same technique as before. Do I need to then crowbar roll again?
Yep. Do me one more crowbar roll.
As in, I don't even need advantage.
So you melt the hinges, pry the door open, roll me a dex. Look, I want to see if you get crushed by a door. You don't get crushed by a door, sadly. So you're now kind of in the orphanage.
Cool. I walk up the stairs. What do I see?
The kitchen.
Cool. But I was dragged here, so I know which way they dragged me in.
Yeah.
I just leave the way I came.
Okay. And by the time you were dragged all the way to the orphanage, about an hour or two may have escaped. Passed.
Cool.
Midnight now.
Nick,
Yeah.
what's the orphanage made out of?
Stone and wood.
I swear to God,
he was
if you
the
say
only.
this entire thing is made out of stone, I'm a throw hands.
He said stone and wood.
Stone and wood, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like ye old houses.
Ye old housey style.
I set fire to the orphanage and leave.
Okay. No, come back. I in my head, I'm picturing Kip stays to watch the flames.
No.
Why would they do
Yeah,
that?
He said he set it on fire and left.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I mean,
as-
overall,
okay.
You guys don't look at the explosion.
So as you walk away, you hear the fire, and you start to hear screams of children. Are you going to go back to? Do you want me to drag you back to the tavern, or, well, back to the guild, or
I'm gonna sleep.
you're going to what?
Gonna sleep very soundly like a baby.
Do you want me to drag you back to the to the guild?
No. I'm enjoying the walk. This.
By the time you get to this corner, you probably can't hear the screams
Cool.
because they're either probably burnt to death or outside.
Whilst I'm here, I sit down. Nick, the stuff I did like ages ago in the session now, like is in like time-wise at least, about sending that. First off, the package. Has the package been delivered yet?
Have you had a response yet?
I assumed that you'd forgotten, but has my familiar gotten back yet that I sent even further before? Like way further before?
Has it gotten back yet?
So long. So
You realise it's only been about 3 to 4 days since you sent that thing off.
literally said it was a week gap between my familiar leaving.
No, I said at the end of a certain session, when you got here, there would have been a week gap. There'll be a week gap after that session. But that's only after certain events have occurred. Like, you sent that thing across the world. It's going to take its time.
Already cooking well. Bloody- I'm making. Yeah, I'm gonna come in here and I want to see. I wanna
The
see who's
the
still awake at
the-
the party.
out of the party, Richard, are you still chanting, or is your summoning finished?
It's been an hour. I am asleep on whatever bed there happens to be. There's now an owl perched at the head of the bed, staring at the door.
And as from the Z's, I'm assuming Ards asleep.
Yeah.
Fat sleep, man.
We're just
Yep.
gonna go have a midnight snack, to be fair.
Isn't it?
No, we'd have to ask Nia first.
Plenty of jams, man. Don't worry.
No, there's like 3 Amara.
I can see one Amara token. All right.
I can see 0.
Like if it wasn't for the fact that there was Kip, now yeah, like Kip is partially covering one. There's an Amara right between Nia and Ghost, and then there's one.
Yeah, because that's the one I can see, and it got moved. And I
So
ju-
many
Close as
Amaras,
well.
man.
And then there's one
So
there.
many Amaras.
And then there's one there.
Right.
yeah, I only see one.
Is Nia asleep?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I wanted to like consolidate them.
By this time, it's about 10, maybe 11.
You can come and wake her up. She's in a room with Amara. What's Amara gonna do? Wake up?
I assume that Nia would be pretty pissed if I woke her up while she was sleeping.
Considering they're still angry at each other.
This is taken from my knowledge of waking Renee up when she's sleeping.
Nia and Renee are not the same person. Go away. Don't out me like this.
Oh God. I enter the room. I look at Amara, wherever the fuck she is.
I like how it doesn't even knock the door.
I'm a fucking boy. I've just burned down a fucking orphanage. You think I'm past knocking on doors?
Have you not thought the door might be locked?
Is the door locked?
Yeah, why the fuck would I just leave my door open?
I pick the lock.
Okay. Proceed.
Okay. Do I need to roll in the thing or
No, Nia won't give a fuck.
No.
no?
Wait. Roll me a stealth. And Renee, how heavy of a sleeper is Nia?
Moderate. She's not that heavy.
And yes.
Okay. Nah, she wouldn't wake up. If he'd gotten a 10, she probably would have woken up. Oh.
Okay, so you open the door.
By the way, I don't even enter the room. I just want to see Amara.
Why the fuck are you gonna creepily stare at Amara?
No, right. Hear me out. I just want to see Amara. Okay. I look
To
at
make
Amara,
sure Ard didn't eat her?
but that's the first thing, yeah. Secondly, I look at
Be
her
right back.
with the
Be right back.
fire still blazing in my eyes, and everything's gonna be. And I shut the door and relock it if I can. I pick the lock to relock it.
That's fucking weird, fam.
Right, I hopped up for a second. What was said?
Yeah, not a lot. It's fine.
Okay.
We just looked at Amara and was
Close
like,
the
yeah,
door
everything's
again.
gonna be alright. You know, I'm smelling crispy, and I'm not smelling crispy. Oh yeah, I am smelling crispy because I was in the burning room.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep wherever I've been designated.
You're in the
Sure.
boys' room. Go ahead.
Oh fuck
You're-
yeah.
you're-
Which
Boys'
but
room.
which
Uh,
both beds
I-
which both beds are taken up.
I
Oh,
want.
sleeping
I
on the
want
floor.
to. No, I want to shape shift into a tiny dragonborn and rest on Ard.
Oh no.
Are you gonna sleep on our chest like a weird romantic thing?
Little tiny dragonborn. Then everyone won't comment on the fact that I smell smoky.
Okay. So you go
And
you go to sleep. People have cleared out of here. By the time we're just gonna shift them around a little bit. There's probably a couple of people downstairs having breakfast.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah,
Pepper's asleep.
yeah, I hear it.
I love how from different rooms. You just know.
She howls.
Oh,
Yeah,
She has
howls
nightmares and
occasionally.
she howls.
Aww.
So
Okay.
you can hear her.
So
I am giving her the biggest fucking hugs you've ever.
okay, I made a mistake by dragging Roger so far away.
Oh, really?
You
I
can't
I don't know,
find
but
it.
can we deal with these 70 Amaras, please?
I can't see them to get rid of them.
Yeah, they're just there. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Look, I'm trying to get Roger to you guys. That's a pain
You
enough.
moved him.
Because you guys were complaining, and there was time, and it took him about an hour to walk to his destination. This place is huge.
You could have just sent him to the GM lair, and then he wouldn't have needed
Or
to
just
move.
shoved him into one of the buildings beside us.
Send him to the GM layer like it's the fucking Shadow Realm.
Yeah, gonna dead ass send him to the Shadow Realm, fam. What do you want?
I'll keep that. I'll keep that for next time. So, you wake up. You go down. I'm assuming you wake up.
Amara doesn't.
Yeah,
Never
unfortunately,
again.
near checking on Amara, Amara does not wake up.
Never
Okay.
again.
I'm gonna leave Ghost with Amara.
Okay.
I don't want her to wake up alone and afraid.
Cool.
Okay. Do you leave the room, or
Yeah, Nia's gonna totter downstairs.
you find Roger sat in a corner, having a morning cuppa?
Nia's gonna go to the counter and ask for a big pot of tea to be put on the table with Roger, and 1, 2, 3, 4 more mugs.
Okay.
I'm also gonna ask. I'm gonna look at. Is it the same lady from last night?
Yes.
I'm gonna say the dog we came in with and the sleeping lady are still up in the room. Could you just make sure he's fed every day if she doesn't wake up for a while?
She kind of gives you that that look of
It's a curse. It'll wear off eventually.
okay. The curse of narcolepsy.
The curse of playing Dota, Ben.
Alright. I'll wake up and
Yes,
pick up the
it was
the
wrong.
little dragonborn and put it on me. I'll just put this here with the rest of the sleeping people.
When y'all do that, I'm just gonna wake up. Just like,
Does
what's
me
going on
make
now?
does me make like a little nest out of the blanket so he can sleep on a ditch? Or
Nah, the hole is just so that I didn't roll away.
okay.
I'm actually, using the bed like normal. There's just an owl perched at the head of the bed still, just there. And it's an owl.
Ooh, motherfuckers.
She's like, as you sort of put the tiny dragon mode, she's like, I'm awake.
Oh, I think this is yours. And then I was just gonna immediately leave.
I being the tiny. No. Oh, get the fuck back here.
Nah, too late. Fucking hell.
No. Right, I was sleeping on Ard, by the way. I just want that to be known that he could not move without waking me up. Okay, not me, but like the little dragonborn.
Yeah. Well, like as soon as Ard wakes up, he just picks it up and like goes to place it on.
I wake up and I look at you, and I look at you dead in the eyes and just go, Daddy.
You keep him. And
You're not my dad, fucking noodlehead.
Just you keep him.
yeah, just to me. You keep him.
The best part is that me probably knows that it's me. Like,
I'm just kind of gonna blink a couple times at you, just gonna, like, sort of put my hand to the owl so it steps on, and put it up on my shoulder, and just walk away, just shaking my head slightly. I'm just gonna not. And just as I get to the door and, just about to walk out, I was like, are you gonna come out of the room so I can lock it, or?
well, good morning to you too.
I have no idea what you're doing. I'm just gonna.
Oh, bud, don't worry, I don't either.
And then just, as he goes out, I'm just gonna close and lock the door with the key that I have, that I still haven't eaten. Against my better judgment.
Nia's sat there drinking tea, fam. She doesn't even like her and Roger just having a
I
fucking
just
moment of
realised-
quiet.
Wherever the stairs are, I'm going down.
I can probably never take that child form in the capital ever again.
No, you did just burn down an orphanage, bud.
Whilst I was in child form, I was actually in Alistair form, but they think I was in child form because no one saw me.
Like, all they know, all the guard knows is, like, he dropped off, like, a kid tried to climb the wall a few times, then they dropped him off at the orphanage. Then the orphanage people are like, oh, this kid's possessed, locks them in the basement, and then the orphanage burns down and the kid disappears.
Yeah,
That's all I know. The kid just fucking up and vanished. Good job.
So you all sat round talking to Roger now?
Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
I'm gonna show up. I have an owl now.
Yes, Renee, yes.
Sick.
What?
Nothing.
And that's where we'll end the session for today.
Seek.
Okay.
So, TT stream?
Bye, stream.
Bye.
Hope that one viewer I had the entire time enjoyed the show. Bye.